Yo, what up, man? So, let me holler at y'all real quick, white people. White people, let me holler at you real quick. You know, very, very seldom do I talk about or to white people on social media levels because I, like you, believe that white people are not the problem for the ails of the black community. But, if and when it is, I have to call y'all out on some bullshit. Because, see, I remember, and I was in agreement, still am to this day. But now I gotta kind of look back on this because remember when y'all used to say, oh, you guys are using the race card. You're using the race card. You're using the race card. Rightfully so. A lot of the times, people use the race card. Black people will use the race card as an excuse for whatever this was. Oh, it's because I'm black. But, and now this goes back to, how Fantastic was right. I told y'all, get all your swipes. Black folks, I told y'all, get all the swipes you can out of your race card because the race card was expiring here soon. And in 2021, the race card has officially expired and been replaced with the gay card. Yes, I said it. The gay card. And again, I'm not saying this in a necessarily negative way or anything like this, but again, hear me out. I'm just juxtaposing the treatment of, white people and just the general public in mass when it came to black people being mistreated and black people using the excuse for their mistreatment being their race, which in cases, sometimes it was accurate, Sometimes, racism does exist. I have to put that out there for y'all. Oh, racism does exist. Okay. But this is what I'm seeing here, especially with the new administration, where all these people are being touted positions strictly based off their sexuality. And I don't hear none of you white folks saying nothing about the gay card. And it's far less gay people than there are black people. And there's far less mistreatment historically of gay people compared to black people. So when I see all of this just wonderful, illustrious progression, position after position, law after law being passed for people based off their sexuality, which is a choice, right? Which is a choice. Your sexuality is a choice. And again, if you want to argue with me, ask any straight person that stopped being straight and became alternative lifestyle, or ask any alternative lifestyle person that stopped being alternative lifestyle and became straight, or just use bisexual, being that you make a choice between the two and you like both. You can't just choose one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? As proof of sexuality being a choice. But I digress. So being that now the gay card is here, when are y'all gonna start calling it out? Okay? Because again, black people can't help being black. You can't decide that. That's it's evident. You couldn't hide it if you want to. Your sexuality is a secret until you decide to disclose it to someone. Okay? Not saying that you should have to disclose it. Not saying that you should have to hide it. Whatever you want to do, you want to do. Free country, free speech, First Amendment, all that good stuff, go right ahead. But what I am saying is this. You guys can't be hypocritical and stay hush, silent on this gay card that's getting all these swipes right now. Okay? You have people that are being voted into office, okay, strictly off of sexual orientation or intersectionality and their identification. No real policies, nothing, first this, first that, first this, first that. And I'm just saying, man, wow. The amount of time it took this country to start, putting black people in the positions it has versus the amount of time it took this country to start putting, alternative lifestyle people in the position it has is just, it's unbelievable. And what's messed up is now Black people have been put to the back yet again now for people over their sexuality. Something, again, that's a choice that you don't even know about unless the person chooses to tell you, and is advantageous versus disadvantageous. So I'm going to need y'all to start complaining. Okay? Good old white folks. Listen, I'm going to need y'all to start complaining and calling this out and saying how it's not fair. Because again, this minority is even smaller than the minority of black people. And furthermore, it's not just black people. It's a whole bunch of, it's a little bit of everybody, you know? And furthermore, the people, the least of us, okay? The wants of the few, not the needs, the wants of the few never outweigh the needs of the many. But because I guess people are afraid, and we live in this society where you can't hurt feelings, you can't tell the truth, and certain things are taboo or whatnot, when again, that makes no sense when, again, they're the minority. And, when it came to black people, y'all never gave a damn about what the minority needed, wanted, or whatnot, what have you. And, it's arguments for it, and why is this, and, you're still talking about slavery, which again, a lot of this stuff I agree on. But yet and still, like I said, if and when this exception is going to be made for people's sexuality, now you have to rethink it. Because if you guys could just get all of the, this epiphany so quickly off of the base of the equal treatment, fair rights, and policy that needs to be created for people based off of something they can choose, well, surely you should have had the same, or should even start right now. Because again, alternative lifestyle people are being placed at the front of the line in front of black people. And black people, this is your fault. This is why I start talking to y'all. So we're done talking to white folks. Now I'm talking to y'all. Black folks, wear it in health. To the 90-some-odd% of you that voted to get the previous administration out off of your emotions and your feelings, being promised nothing in turn other than the same old, we're going to end racism. We're going to stop voter suppression. This guy's a racist. Okay? And now y'all are begging to have a seat at the table. And you can't even get in the building. Nevertheless, sit down and have a conversation. And we all see what happened in that civil rights talk, where, again, now black isn't even a identity anymore. You're just a person of color. Again, you get what you vote for, and you've earned it. So now what are you going to do? Well, see, there's this thing called checks and balances and the balance of power. And the way you ensure that happens is you never make sure that one group controls all of the branches of government, judiciary, legislative, executive, right? Okay? And we say, no. And I know you're going to say the judiciary part of it, but here lately, they haven't been really voting on conservative, terms, if you really think about it, because hell, they even pretty much refused to hear the most important case that you could have possibly had that would have been the conservative aspect of it. So, and now you got a lot of bills that are being vetted up that are going to be heard on, bro, that are not going to be to the advantage of black people at all, and to overall to a disadvantage to the entire American population. Why, black folks? Because y'all was in your feelings, man, and you just had to get that racist out of office. Okay? But again, man, listen. As usual, here we go again to us being our own worst enemy and helping our own demise. And at this point in time, man, being black just don't cut it. Don't mean nothing no more. It means absolutely nothing whatsoever. If you're not alternative lifestyle, man, you You're a minority. Your minority ain't enough. Your minority is not important. Hell, even if you're not an immigrant of the illegal status, your minority is not enough. It's just not enough. So again, man, I hope you guys enjoy this. Fantastic was right again. The race card has been replaced with the gay card, and wear it in health. That's that on that one. I'll catch you on the next one.